Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will be reviewing the new Image Comics The One Hand and Six Fingers by doing the after panel shows. Ram V had this brilliant idea to tell a story in two different points of view that would happen in two different titles that would complement each other. In movies, this technique would be called a double feature, but the comics medium also has a name for it: flipbooks. In the past, flipbooks have been attempted, but I think it would have two different stories within the same genre. For example, Brian Azzarello did it with 100 Bullets, where he showcased two crime stories, or Rob Liefeld with Evangeline Bible, that contained a guide to Evangeline comic series. Now, Ram V comes with a new idea that might inspire more people to try this technique. He comes with two different titles: The One Hand, where the main character is a detective, and The Six Fingers, where the main character is the killer. And these both titles present two different points of view of the story, and they complement each other by revealing a full story that happens in the reader's head, your head, as they uncover all the clues. Before we start talking about the comics themselves, let me give you a brief rundown of Ram V's career. Ram V is an award-winning author and creator of comics and graphic novels such as The Many Deaths of Lila Starr, Swamp Thing, and Blue in Green. He started writing comics in 2013 with his debut graphic novel Agori, published by Holy Cow Entertainment in India. He then self-published his second graphic novel, Black Mamba, through Kickstarter in 2016. He gained international recognition with his series Paradiso, that was published by Image Comics in 2017. Since then, he has worked with various publishers such as DC Comics, Vault Comics, Dark Horse Comics, and Boom Studio. For this new endeavor with Image Comics, Ram V is partnering up with Dan Waters to help tell the story. Ram is doing The One Hand, and Dan is telling us the killer's point of view in The Six Fingers. And for those who don't even know, Dan Waters is a British comic book writer who has worked with various publishers such as DC Comics, Image Comics, Vault Comics, and Titan Comics. He started writing comics in 2015 with his debut graphic novel Limbo. He co-created with artist Casper Wingard and published by Image. He then wrote several comic book series based on the popular video games such as Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein, and Dark Souls. Comics is a great medium that needs to be revitalized, and it is a great place to explore new ways to tell the stories. Mouse by Art Spiegelman is a good example of experimentation in comics. Scott McCloud also tried something different with the medium with Understanding Comics in 1993. Alan Moore became the most influential and acclaimed writer of all time with Watchmen and V for Vendetta, and challenged the expectation of the superhero genre and the medium itself. And recently, Gene Luen Yang was nominated for National Book Awards with American Born Chinese, which made it to be the first graphic novels to have the privilege of a nomination. Now, Ram V and Dan Waters are trying to set the bar higher. So, what's the book about? The One Hand and Six Fingers are two interconnected series from Image Comics, written by Ram V and Dan Waters, and they are illustrated by Laurence Campbell and Sumit Kumar. They are set in a futuristic metropolis called Novena, where a detective and a serial killer are locked in a deadly game of cat and mouse. The One Hand follows ARI Nasser, a veteran detective who is about to retire after putting away the same killer twice. But when the murderer starts again, he is forced to confront his past and his own demons. The Six Fingers follow Leo, a young man who may or may not be the killer, and who discovers a hidden world of secrets and ciphers beneath the city. The series are designed to be read separately or together, as each one contains clues and Easter eggs for the other, creating a rich and immersive narrative experience. The writers craft a complex and compelling mystery that explores themes of identity, memory, and fate. The artist creates a stunning and atmospheric visual style that captures the mood and the tone of the One Hand and Six Fingers are innovative and experimental comics that challenge the conventions and expectation of the medium. They are a must-read for fans of noir, sci-fi, and crime fiction. If you like Blade Runner and Black Mirror, you most likely will love. What makes these comics stand out is the way they use the medium to tell two sides of the same story. Each issue of the One Hand is mirrored by an issue of the Six Fingers, showing the events from different perspectives and revealing new information. The reader can choose which order to read them or even switch between them to create their own interpretation of the plot. The comic also uses different formats and layouts to enhance the storytelling. For example, on the one hand, it uses a traditional grid of panels, while the Six Fingers uses a more experimental and dynamic arrangement of panels. The comics also use different color schemes, fonts, and symbols to differentiate the characters and the settings. The artists Laurence Campbell and Sumit Kumar are also talented and experienced in comic, having worked on titles such as BPRD, Ruin of Thieves, and Savage Shores. They have distinct and expressive styles that complement the writer's vision and the genre of the comics. Campbell's art is gritty and realistic, using heavy shadows and textures to create a noir atmosphere. Kumar's art is more stylized and colorful, using vibrant hues and shapes to create a sci-fi vibe. They both use details and backgrounds to enrich the world building and the mood of the comics. The One Hand and the Six Fingers are not only entertaining and engaging comics, but also a creative and clever experiment with the medium. They show how comics can be used to tell stories in different and unique ways, and how the reader can be active participant in the process. They are a testament to the potential and diversity of comics as an art form. At this point of me filming this video, the One Hand has 8.2 as critic ratings and 8.9 for user rating. And for the Six Fingers, the numbers aren't very far off. Currently, it's sitting with 8.1 critic rating and 8.5 for user rating. I think with this, we can easily conclude that both the critics and the readers agree that these books are good. And with this, we conclude our video. I had a blast talking with you guys about this new series, and I would love to hear your thoughts about Ram's idea and what you think of the story so far. So please leave a comment below. On the description box, you will find all the links to buy the books on Amazon. If you haven't read it yet, I will also leave links for Alan Moore, Scott McCloud, and all the books I mentioned in the videos. So make sure you check them out down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And if you want me to review or talk about an upcoming comic that you have, feel free to find the link for you to submit it to this show down below on the description box so we can arrange that for you. And remember to support indie comics. They are a treasure trove of creativity and unique storytelling. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!